Welcome to yet another edition of Nation Watch. Today I am going to talk about Ukraine-Russia war. I think the war is coming to an end soon. There are various reasons. The first reason is fatigue. The war is going on for more than 500 days. So people from both the sides, from Russian side and the Ukrainian side, would like to end the war because they may be getting tired of war. In today's world, there is no winner but only losers. Both the sides lose in case they engage in a war. That is why you might have seen many countries don't try to engage in a war. Even China is not trying to take over Taiwan by force. So nobody wants to use your force because it is an useless and self-killing exercise. This is one reason. This is one. Next reason is NATO nations are not supporting Ukraine the best possible way they can do. They are giving only second-hand support or half-hearted support. They are also tired of giving aid to Ukraine. So Helsinki is not getting much of aid to conduct the war continuously, continue the war for more than 500 days or 600 days, something like that, or till to come to a logical end, or till Ukraine wins Russia. Ukraine winning Russia is not possible because Russia is a much bigger country than Ukraine, and Ukraine thinks the whole of Western countries will support him, but that's not happening. There are secret talks going between Russia and the US to bring the war to an end, but these talks are not at very high level talks. Some retired officials of the US government and then Russian officials had a talk in the month of April. Details of these talks is not available in the public domain, but something to stop the war is going on. Russia is supplying oil to generate money to sustain the war, but Russia is supplying at a much cheaper price to India and China. It may be making loss also. So how long Russia can continue to supply at a cheaper price and continue at a loss, and we do not know. This depends upon the economic conditions of Russia. So Russian economy is also weakening due to the war. So Russia is not very strong enough to continue the war for a very long time. I think within 2 months' time the war will come to an end. This is my prediction. Many countries are protesting against the war. A group of African nations appealed to both the countries, that is Ukraine and Russia, to stop the war, telling them that the war affects us also. If there is inflation going up in our country, food is costly, oil is costly, so they are also complaining to stop the war. Even a small country like Bangladesh is also openly saying that please stop the war because we are getting affected. This is very true. War in any part of the world will affect all other parts of this world. So this is a connected world. So because Russia is one of the major supplier of oil, while Ukraine is one of the major supplier of wheat. So both the essential commodities, wheat and oil, are getting affected, and the prices of these commodities are increasing all over the world. So no one wants this war to continue further. NATO countries, that is European countries, are no mood in continue the war because inflation is going on. The Western countries imposed a lot of sanction against Russia so that Russia will stop the war soon, but those sanctions are affecting the European countries too. So whole of Europe or whole of NATO countries doesn't want to continue the war beyond certain limit. And finally, currently NATO is not ready to admit Ukraine into NATO. The primary reason for the war is Ukraine want to join NATO, which Russia doesn't like it. But at current situation, Ukraine cannot join NATO since NATO doesn't want to admit Ukraine into their fold. So there is no basic reason to continue the war beyond this point. I think the war may even end soon, before the two months time, which I am predicting. When there is no question of Ukraine joining the NATO, then there is no basic reason to fight a war. So if Russia realizes this, or someone puts into the mind of Mr. Putin, then the war can be stopped at any time soon. Let us meet in yet another session of Nation Watch. Till then, see you. Tata. Bye bye.